All right, good evening, everybody. I will call the 25th regular Common Council meeting to order. Will the clerk please state the code of the evening?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. You never fail until you stop trying.
All right, thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Alderperson Ackley.
Here.
Alderperson Decker.
Here.
Alderperson Feldy.
Here.
Alderperson Filicki-Pineski.
Here.
Alderperson Heidemann.
Here.
Alderperson Mitchell.
Here.
Alderperson Perella.
Here.
Alderperson Ramey.
Here.
Alderperson Rust.
Present.
Alderperson Salazar.
Here.
There are 10 present.
All right, next we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first order of business, approval of minutes. Alder Feldy.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to approve the minutes from the 24th regular council meeting held on March 20th, 2023.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion on the minutes? Seeing none, all those in favor of approval, state aye.
Aye.
Any objection? Minutes are approved. Anyone for public forum this evening?
No one this evening.
All right. For mayor's announcements, just one quick note regarding tonight's agenda. Item number 22 will be a resolution commemorating former Alder Silas Vanderweel on the city council. He recently passed away fairly at a younger age. Alder Vanderweel served on the council from 2002 to 2008, was the chairperson of the Public Protection and Safety Committee, as well as served as committee the whole chair and played an integral role in helping find the new location for the police station. So we'll vote on that as well. And as well, just want to do a wonderful shout out and a happy birthday. It is Dave Feldy's 70th birthday, so just have to give one of our regulars a shout out. All right, with that, we'll jump right into our to the hearing. Item number 6, we'll open up the hearing. Hearing number 112223 pursuant to notice published by the city clerk on the proposed amendment to section 15.207 of the Sheboygan zoning ordinance non-conforming use regulations and sections 15.934 zoning board of appeals, so to streamline and expedite the process of reviewing non-conforming use applications. Steve, did I get those numbers right?
Wow.
Yeah. All right. All right, anyone wishing to speak? Anyone wishing to speak? Final call? Anyone wishing to speak? Seeing none, Alder Feldy, is there a motion to close the hearing?
I move to close the hearing.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor of closing the hearing, state aye.
Aye.
Any objection? The hearing is now closed. Thank you. Next, consent agenda, items 8 through 12. Alder Feldy.
I move to file all ROs, receive all RCs, and adopt all resolutions and ordinances.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion on any items in the consent agenda? Alder Filicki-Pineski.
I would just like to make a comment on number 10, where dollars are going, we're moving them from a capital improvement budget for this year to pave Indiana Avenue, and Lincoln Avenue is the loser this year, and that's in my district, and I just wanted to make sure that Lincoln Avenue is back in the budget next year because it is in very bad need of repair, and it's also a main travelway down to Broden Drive.
All right, thank you for those comments. Any additional comments or questions on any of the items in the consent agenda? All right, seeing none, this is a roll call vote. Please refer to your muni codes.
Oh, trees.
I almost said board doc.
10 eyes.
Those items are approved. Next, reports of officers. Item number 13, RO number 1322223 by Director of Planning Development, submitting the 2022 Green Tier Legacy Communities Annual Sustainability Report outlining the City of Sheboygan 2022 sustainable accomplishments and reporting that the document be submitted to the Department of Natural Resources. Alder Feldy.
I move to accept and file.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? Alder Flicky-Peneski?
Thank you. This document is really pretty phenomenal, and it itemizes bit by bit everything from why we sweep the streets to why we cut trees to any number of things that you don't necessarily know go on in the city unless you read the sustainability report. So I would encourage everybody to either read what's on it or look it up on the web because it's pretty amazing.
Thank you, Alder Flicky-Peneski. Additional comments on this item? All right, seeing none, this is a voice vote. All those in favor of approval, state aye.
Aye.
Any objections? That item's approved. Next, item number 14, RO number 1342223 by the City Plan Commission, to whom was referred General Ordinance number 292223 by Alderpersons Perella, and RO number 1182223 by the City Clerk, submitting the Sheboygan Self-Storage LLC and its successors, and assigns the privilege of encroaching upon described portions of South 13th Street and Kentucky Avenue right away in the City of Sheboygan for the purposes of addressing the existing building and structure emergency egress and adding sunshade features, recommends filing the RO. Alder Perella.
I make a motion to file the RO and adopt the ordinance.
Thank you. Is there a second? Motion second. Discussion? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Ten eyes.
That item is approved. Item 15 will lay over. Item 16 will be referred to the Plan Commission. Item 17 will be referred to the Licensing Hearings and Public Safety Committee. And items 18 through 21 will be referred to the Finance and Personnel Committee of the new 2023-2024 Common Council. All right, next, resolutions number 1652223 by Alderpersons Ackley, Decker, Feldy, Flicky-Peneski, Heidemann, Mitchell, Perella, Ramey, Russ, and Salazar, commemorating the distinguished service of Silas Vanderweel to the City of Sheboygan. Alder Flicky-Peneski. Alder Feldy. Sorry.
Thank you. I ask to suspend the rules.
Any objection? Seeing none, is there a motion to approve? Or please proceed with your motion.
I move to adopt the resolution.
There's been a motion and second. Any discussion? Alder Heidemann.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Now, I go way back, so I was actually on the council after Silas left. But before I got onto the council, I decided to go to council meetings, just because I didn't have a lot to do, and I thought it was some way to spend my Mondays. And one of the things I can remember about Silas, it was almost automatic. When there was somebody that spoke on the council floor, and then somebody else would come in, he would buzz in, and he'd say, "I concur." That was it. And then sometimes he would elaborate. But then the next time, buzzed in, "I concur." So you could always, at any time that he hit that button, you knew that he was in favor of something. Otherwise, he wasn't going to say anything. But he was an outstanding alderman. And again, I got to watch him for a year on the council, and I appreciated the work that he did for the city of Sheboygan.
Thank you, Alder Heidemann, for those comments. Additional comments? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote. Please refer to your Muni code.
Ten eyes.
All right, that item is approved. Item number 23, Alder Salazar.
Thank you. I move to suspend the rules for item 23.
All right. Is there any objection to suspension? Seeing none, please proceed.
I move to approve the resolution.
There's been a motion and second. We'll open the floor. Any discussion? Alder Decker.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, I want to state that this is a twofold issue here. First, we have information that was obtained in an unethical and nefarious way, that our former city administrator, while still employed in that capacity, would go to an alder's home and record a private conversation without that person's knowledge, and then release said recording for political purposes is, in my opinion, ethically wrong. That being said, how the information was obtained does not diminish the fact that council rules were broken. While this lapse of judgment should not define or take away from all the good accomplishments of Alder Flicky-Pineski, it does need to be addressed by the council, and I feel a vote of censure is the appropriate measure. Thank you.
Thank you, Alder Decker. Alder Heidemann.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. I guess I have two questions. One, there's no time frame attached to this. Does she serve this for the rest of her term, or if she's ever on the council? And again, I think that the public deserves some type of an explanation of what this actually means, the censure, and what her, does she not get allowed to make motions on the council floor? Can she not participate in committee meetings? Because I think it's important for her constituents to know what is actually happening to her.
Thank you, Alder Heidemann. I'll turn that over to City Attorney Adams.
So censure is merely a statement by the council indicating its disapproval of the action. So there is not a time frame. It is an action that is being taken to censure, to basically say this was something that we feel was wrong. And that's all it is. There's no punishment. There's nothing else that the council really can do. This is how they can potentially react if they wish to do so.
Thank you.
Alder Flicky-Pineski.
Thank you very much. First, to my colleagues, I apologize to you for the actions that have brought us to this point, namely, my speaking about discussions that were held in closed session when I was outside of the closed session itself. It was inappropriate of me to do so, and I'm sorry. Additionally, I apologize to the community for repeating a racial slur. It was a lapse of judgment on my part and does not reflect my personal values. I am sorry. You may be assured that I have learned from these mistakes and they won't happen again.
The only reason she apologizes.
Thank you. Thank you, Alder Flicky-Pineski. Alder Feldy?
Yes, I'd just like to comment that I think Roberta's punishment is going to be our lack of trust in her now. She is a good older person. She does her job well, but trust is a big issue. So I think that's probably punishment enough.
Thank you, Alder Feldy. Any other discussion on this item? Seeing none, this will be a roll call vote.
Nine ayes, one abstain.
All right, that item is approved. Items 24 through 27 will be referred to the respective committees. Reports of committees. Item number 28, RC number 199-2223 by the Finance and Personnel Committee, to whom was referred resolution number 126-2223 by the Finance Director and Treasurer, submitting a communication from the Harbor Center Business Improvement District requesting that the City of Sheboygan release all funds collected on their behalf and those funds reallocated to them for the fiscal year 2023. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to receive the RC and file the report.
Been moved and seconded. Discussion on this item? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Ten eyes.
All right, that item is approved. Item number 29, RC 22223 by the Finance and Personnel Committee, to whom was referred direct referral resolution number 1642223 by older persons Mitchell and Flicky-Paneski, authorizing the Director of Human Resources and Labor Relations to enter into a service contract with GovHR to assist in facilitating of the conducting of a search for the city administrator recruitment process. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to receive the RC and adopt the resolution.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Ten eyes.
That item is approved. Next, RC number 2223 by the Finance and Personnel Committee, to whom was referred direct resolution number 1612223 by older persons Mitchell and Flicky-Paneski, approving the fiscal year 2023 one-year annual action plan for the Community Development Block Grant Program submissions. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to receive the RC and refer the substitute resolution back to the Finance and Personnel Committee.
All right, there's been a motion to refer back to the Finance Personnel Committee meeting. Is there a second? Moved and seconded. Discussion? Seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Ten eyes.
All right, that item has been referred back. Item 31, RC number 2012223 by the Finance and Personnel Committee, to whom is referred to direct referral resolution number 1622223 by older persons Mitchell and Flicky-Paneski, authorizing entering into a collateral assignment of TIF agreement with the Sheboygan Press LLC and Cardinal Capital Development LLC regarding the redevelopment of the former Sheboygan Press building at 632 Center Avenue. Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to receive the RC and adopt the resolution.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion on this item? All right, seeing none, this is a roll call vote.
Ten eyes.
That item is approved. Item 32, report of committee number 2032223 by the Finance and Personnel Committee, to whom was referred direct referral resolution number 1632223 by alderpersons Mitchell and Flicky-Paneski, updating the job description for the position of city administrator for the city of Sheboygan and authorizing the Director of Human Resources and Labor Relations to initiate the hiring process for the position. Alder Mitchell.
Move to receive the RC and adopt the substitute resolution.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Alder Mitchell.
Thank you. I would move to amend the resolution to add a final clause at the end that reads as follows: be it further resolved, membership and participation in any search or hiring committee shall first require explicit approval by the Common Council for any individual that is not a city employee, elected or appointed city official, or representative of any consulting firm hired by the Common Council.
Second.
All right, been moved and seconded to amend the document. Any discussion on the amendment? Alder Flicky-Paneski.
Thank you. I'm not quite I didn't quite understand what the resolution was intending to do. Can you just paraphrase it?
Alder Mitchell, do you want to speak to your amendment?
I would be happy to. Basically just holding ourselves accountable to the transparency that we've been talking about in this situation. It's my understanding that this is already how this process would be working, but I guess it's either a firm commitment or a public statement that those involved in the process will be known, vetted, and the appropriate individuals will be chosen.
Alder Salazar.
So just a follow-up, Trey, you're saying those who are known who are a part of the hiring committee or those who have applied?
Let me restate. All that it's doing is making it so that the council has to approve who's on the hiring committee or on the search committee.
Got it. There we go. Okay, that's what I was looking for. Thank you.
I should have gone with that explanation the first time. Thank you.
Sounds good. Any discussion on the amendment? Seeing none, all those in favor of approving the amendment, please state aye. Aye. Any objection? The amendment is approved. Now back to the main motion as amended. Any discussion on the main motion as amended? Okay, seeing none, roll call vote.
Ten ayes.
All right, that item is approved. Items for general ordinances will be referred to their respective committees. Matters laid over. Item number 35, RO number 114-22-23, to whom was referred general ordinance number 27-22-23 by Alderperson Mitchell, amending section 15.207 of the Sheboygan zoning ordinance, non-conforming use regulations, and section of 15.93 Board of Zoning Appeals, so to streamline and expedite the process of reviewing non-conforming use applications. All right, Alder Mitchell.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to adopt the ordinance.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none. This is a roll call vote.
Ten ayes.
That item is approved. We've exhausted the agenda. Alder Feldy, is there a motion to adjourn?
There sure is. I move to adjourn.
All those in favor of adjournment, please state aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned at 6:23. Good evening, everybody.